tell me what is happening here today? So there's an update with the appeal.
Okay, so it's 12 months since Lewis Elwood was fatally stabbed in Penwortham Road. What we're trying to do today is to seek further witnesses that can help us solve this murder, and we're offering a £20,000 reward for information from members of the public to help us try and solve it. And I've got particularly 3 appeal points that I'd like to try and share with everyone in around the incident happened at Penwortham Road, opposite Penwortham Primary School. Lewis was fatally stabbed, and I'm sure that mums and dads were picking up their children around that time, or carers were. And if you haven't come forward already, I would urge you to come forward if you've seen anything whilst you're picking up your children or whilst you're in the area. Secondly, I'm convinced that the offenders for this murder came to the scene in a silver Peugeot 307, and this vehicle took the offenders away after Lewis was fatally stabbed. It's been seen on CCTV, and my appeal today is really for people who would know who was driving that car, who was in that car, where it was during that day, and where it went afterwards. Because I know that the car was found burnt out in Putney Park Lane around 9 o'clock that evening. So if you know who was in that car on the 18th of April 2016, please contact the incident room and let me know. And there is a £20,000 reward for information that will help us solve this murder.
And in the last year, what have the responses been like so far?
Yeah, we've had a very good response from members of the public. They've come forward and been helpful, and the information they've provided has been very useful to us. Unfortunately, we're just short of being able to find that crucial piece of evidence that might help us solve this crime and bring some sort of justice to Lewis's family 12 months on from his fatal murder.
And there was some arrests that happened shortly after the incident happened. Could you maybe talk to us about that?
Yeah, obviously we've made every effort to try and identify the people who were responsible for Lewis's murder. We believe it may be up to 3 people concerned, particularly one person involved in the stabbing, and possibly 2 people in the car that was involved. 2 arrests have been made during the 12 months, but unfortunately we've not reached a stage or a threshold where we can actually charge anyone. So we are still investigating it actively, and we're asking for members of the public to help us try and piece together what happened so that we can get over the line with this investigation and solve it.
And finally, could you possibly give us some context to this incident? So the people or person who committed this crime, did they know Lewis, or was this random? What was the context exactly?
We're still not sure why this happened. We know that Lewis was dropped off by his mother in Moyser Road, and he went off to see a friend in Penwortham Road. About 10 minutes later, after being dropped off by his mother, we know that he was fatally stabbed. So I think we're working on the assumption that this was a spontaneous attack. I don't think anyone really knew that Lewis was going to be in the area at the time, and we're looking at maybe someone who might have recognised or seen Lewis, and for what reason we don't know, decided to attack him and fatally stab him. So we're still unsure, but hopefully with the public's help, maybe they can help us understand why he was fatally stabbed.